Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah. Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, under 20 today, and I think it's 16 point something, and I will show you it in a second. So, what's new, pussycats? I hope you're all doing well. I just got off of my overnight, and I don't go back for 5 nights. So this is something that hasn't happened in a long time because I have been doing all the extra shifts for people. And so, sorry, I just saw a dust patch and that just makes me too anal. So anyway, yeah, I've been doing all these extra shifts and everything. So I'll be curious what happens with my little body when I slow down and start getting full night's rest in bed because that cortisol hormone won't be swirling through me. So I have a funny little topic today, and it's just something to think about. You know, on my overnights, when I have all these hours of like, I can just sit and do what I want to do and watch all these videos, that's what I do. Come on, stay down there looking, come on. So, and I get to listen to all kinds of people, the new ones, the good old ones, the middle of the road ones, the successful ones. And it's been great. Last night, who did I watch? I watched Keto in the Chaos. I watched Keto Gonzo or Gonzo Keto, a male. I listened to Keto Mad, Michael, who's doing the carnivore diet. I listened to, I was there for 8 hours. Lord knows I listened to a lot. But anyway, something occurred to me because as I was listening, I realized that my ears are half open. And so when I hear somebody talking about their success or their struggle or something, my ears almost do a filter. And so even though I know what I'm supposed to do, or I know how I might want to tweak my own keto under 20 food plan, I don't really hear as much. Oh, I listen to Keto Connect too. I don't really hear as much as I maybe could. But sometimes it's really hard to just, laser in focus. Well, plus I'm looking at prisoners on monitors and stuff. But I try to give my ears and my eyes exclusive time in to listening to each person doing their podcast. And so even though I know what I'm supposed to do, sometimes I find that I'm not doing a tweak, or that person might not be doing a tweak. Like I find myself still, I know, I watch some grocery hauls too. And sometimes when I watch grocery hauls, I just kind of have a cocked eyebrow. Some comedians that could do that so well. And I wonder like how they're fitting this into their keto way of eating, even though, and they're saying they are, but just interesting. And so even though I know what I'm supposed to do, I oftentimes ignore what I'm hearing like an upgrade. Are you the same way? So I just want you to think about that. Like when you hear something and you say, that sounds like a really good idea, but is it coming out the other side as soon as you hear it? Like, this is what I wrote down to do for today's video, because my mind sometimes won't remember what seems like a great idea, especially when I'm on Amazon at night reading reviews about something before I hit the submit order. Yeah, I'm good for that. But anyway, has anybody, here's just an all call. Has anybody tried Just Like Sugar, the table version, and liked it? Because I have a bag here that I spent $20 on and used it 3 times and just don't care for it. So I'd love to make somebody happy. So if you've had the Just Like Sugar table version and like it, I would be happy to mail it out to you. That's something that I know over my years of doing this, I have mailed things to people that I don't like that they can use, and they've done the same with me, so it's kind of fun. That's the keto community. Otherwise, I'd drive over with it. But I'm so busy flying and doing my smackdowns that I just forget to bring the product with me and drop it off. So it's called Just Like Sugar. And yeah, I don't care for it. It's just not mine. I use pure organic, Pyure, organic for my second bulletproof coffee. And I use Zyla from Hardwood, North American Hardwood, for my first BPC. And then I have, when I have the second bulletproof coffee, I have just regular organic unrefined coconut oil in place of the brain octane that I use in my first one. Because brain octane's pricey and I only need to have that once a day. And it infuses me with great energy. So even now, I worked the overnight and I just spent about an hour and a half doing food management in my kitchen. Some of you might know what that is all about. And just prepping. And tonight is a very eclectic menu. And I won't call it leftovers. It's just different things. We had the steak night last night, so there's lots of vegetables left over from that. But I just made some green beans and fresh for Greg. And then, yeah. So in my chronometer, today is January 29th. And I haven't been to the gym yet, so the calories burned will be a little bit more. And so I have my calories in. It says 1,431 calories. And it says burned 1,450. So it says I'm under anyway. But so tonight's a real treat. Greg bought 2 packages of organic blackberries and 2 packages of organic raspberries. And rather than have to throw them out because they go bad so fast, I am having 0.45 ounces of blackberries, so not even a half an ounce, and 0.5, half of an ounce of the raspberries on 2 ounces of Total, which is the full-fat Fage yogurt. And when Dr. Berg was doing his best nuts review, he and Karen both agree on pecans. So I sauteed some pecans in some Kerrygold butter today instead of the usual slivered almonds. So I'm having 7 grams of pecans on top of that. So that's a nice little dish. And in another dish, I'm having 1 hard-boiled egg. And in another dish, I'm having some homemade chicken soup, and I even counted the chopped up onions in it that I made with chicken thigh and thick chicken thighs. And I'm having that with 2 ounces of cauliflower crumbles in lieu of rice. So chicken with cauliflower crumble soup. And then I'm having a big old salad with 1 ounce of the 365 Whole Foods feta cheese. And that has a total of 75 grams of romaine, 20 grams of baby organic spinach from Olivia's, 25 grams of organic arugula, and what else do you see there? Oh, the 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of macadamia nut oil. And then I'm having a very small batch of the leftover pizza topping. So I'm counting that as 1 ounce of pepper jack cheese. And it's got like 2 slices of pepperoni in it. So, I mean, very little left over. And so isn't that a crazy dinner? But it's going to be fun. It's going to be plates everywhere. And so Greg's having pretty much the same thing, except he's having rice in his soup, and he's having green beans and more veggies, and he's having his cottage cheese with he's having blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries, and his pecans, and he's having 2 hard-boiled eggs, and he's having a little watercress salad with some macadamia nut oil on it, all his own, so he doesn't pick mine when he walks in the door. Yeah, grounds for divorce, I'm telling you. So, after we do that, on the Chronometer, this is the $35.99 version, you hit Targets. See where Targets is? It's not the shopping place Targets. It's a Target right there. So I hit it, and then up comes the macros, and this is before exercise, okay? So what does it say? It says 1,431 calories. It says 48 grams of protein. That is just perfect for me, even though it says it's 130% of my amount that I'm supposed to have for the day. And carbs, reading it backwards still, are 13 and a half. Yeah, 13 and carbs. No, 16 and a half carbs. And fats are 132, okay? And then the nifty part about the Chronometer is right here where you see the strong arm and the fat and the blue. The blue is carbohydrates, so you can see I'm having 5% of my food plan for the day is carbohydrates. 81% of my food plan is fat, right where I like to be. And my protein for the day is 15%. So to me, those make me very, very happy, okay? Those are macros that I am so happy with. That is just like right in the hood of where I want to be. Now, if you watch Gonzo Keto or Keto Gonzo, it probably will come up if you put it in the search bracket in YouTube. Now, he always talks about having 200 grams of fat, 20 grams of carbs, 20, 80, or 15, 20. Anyway, he always talks about having 200 grams of fat. And I'm having 130 today. And I'm a female and almost twice his age. So I figure, well, that works. But I like my fat around 120, 130. And I like my carbs 5% or fewer, 5% of the total day. And my protein, I love that, like right around 50. Yeah, that's good. Now when I have steak, it bumps up. So, so that's my deal with that. That's my deal with my question for the day is like, do you hear this stuff and think it's a great idea and then just go about your business? Or do you actually write it down and say, you know, I'm going to do it? Be it starting to exercise, be it quitting smoking, be it quitting diet soda, be it cleaning out your pantry, be it really looking at your artificial ingredients that you put into it, because it's okay with keto because it's, you know, the nutritional label and the ingredients. And sometimes when I see what people buy, the nutritional label is has got a lot of chemicals in it versus, you know, the label of nutrients. And I want to make my food plan as nutritionally dense as I possibly can with as few dubious ingredients as possible. And so now Greg's having Hood cottage cheese today, and there's no carrageenan in it. And I don't know, I've got to check out his cream because he has Hood like cream. And they were putting carrageenan in it. And I always, one of the things that I hear that I didn't do was to email them and tell them I wouldn't be buying their product if they kept putting carrageenan in it. And maybe they took care of it just silently. I don't know. But yeah, it's not in his cottage cheese, so I'll have to check out, see if it's in his light cream. So my friends, now Natalie over in Northern Ireland, Belfast, likes my mug, and I told her where the person that had it made for me got it. And she said that she's going to make one, and I bet it's going to be gorgeous. I bet she has an artistic side to her. So that's going to be exciting. And so that's the deal for me today. I've got a few people I have to catch up on, but there's a few people missing in action. And, you know, it's when I don't see them, I kind of get concerned, but that's how it sometimes happens for us. We get so busy or we fall off track a little bit, and that can happen too. But it happens to the best of us as long as they come back. That's what matters. Please come back. Keto. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto. Under 20 today, 16 and a half carbs. That's where I like it. Plenty of green leafies and the cauli crumbles and yeah, I think that's it for the veggies. So I'm happy. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you the next time. Bye-bye for now.